Oh, guys, what's up? It's Blackguard here and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna talk about our dear friend Armor King. So what can we say about Armor King in Season 3? It's basically the same character. Is this a problem or is this something we need to praise? I think this is a problem because Armor King right now, I think I was a little bit wrong when I first released my Armor King video, because the more you play against this character, the more you understand he has a lot of oppressive tools in this game that really need some tuning down. I'll try to showcase maybe some of the things I think about the character after some months of his release, and also we're gonna go into the detail of what happened to Armor King in this season. So, he got a new move, first of all, that is down back 3+4, that is called Shadow Force. Shadow Force. That is basically, as you can see, doesn't do anything on counter it. It's a high, and it's block, you stupid bitch. It's -7 on block. It probably, I might be mistaken because of course I don't play the character, but it seems to have some sort of eye crushing. Maybe again I'm wrong. Again I don't play the character, but basically it's the same move he had from how was it again? Yeah, from stance 2-3. Now he has the same move also normally, as you can see. It's basically the same extension he had from this. Okay, I don't know why in this patch some characters got basically the final hits of some extensions now are normal hits, but I don't see no one basically using this new thing. Maybe it could be useful as a tornado sometimes, especially at the wall, to do as maybe a single tornado, but honestly I don't see this as very useful, not gonna lie. So we have a cool new move, but not with a lot of interesting properties, so it's okay. Also, in the rest of the changes, basically, apart from the behavior changes that I'm not gonna cover, basically, you know that some behavioral changes. The most important probably is down for 2. The character now runs towards the opponent on counter it, so probably it would be a little bit easier to do the combos out of this, because down for 2 counter it was a little bit buggy before. Apart from this, basically they fixed some issues with the character, and the real balance changes that they fixed, it's damage changes. So he got some damage nerfs, some small damage nerfs. For example, 3+4-1 went from 17 damage to 16 damage the second hit. Oh, that's a huge change. That's a huge fucking change. Bro, that's huge. That's after not only, we're gonna say, that's huge. You know, that's a huge change from 17 to 16. Wow. Also, 4-1+2 from 21 to 22. That's huge. That's a huge change. Wow, now the character is fixed now. Really, that's a balanced patch. Okay, so amazing. And also down 3+4-1. The second hit from 12 to 13 damage. 1 damage more. Mamma mia, what are these balance patches for Armor King? Trust me, guys, I don't know. What are these damage patches? One small damage nerf, 1 damage buff. But what does this mean? What does this mean? What kind of the character now? How is he gonna be stronger or weaker now? It's the same. It's fucking the same. So basically, the only huge nerf that Armor King got in this season is to forward 3-2-1 string. Why? The string now deals way less damage overall. The first hit now deals 9 damage instead of 12. The second hit deals 12 damage instead of 13. And the full string, the last hit, instead of 22, now it deals only 19. So this damage nerf was made so that his combos hit a little bit less. Because his combos before were usually dependent on forward 3-2. That is such a good Oki and such a good combo tool. And, you know, now his combos are gonna hit a little bit less, but it's still gonna be a lot of wall carry. Look at this wall carry, by the way. Now I'm gonna drop the combo, of course. Yeah, maybe something like this, maybe. the wall carry is very huge, okay? And the damage, as you can see, is a little bit less. Probably this combo in Season 2 would have hit harder. Also, the behavior of the opponent on the last hit on counter, it has been changed. How? Now it doesn't counter launch anymore. That's a huge nerf for this string, because before, of course, you were very scared of trying to challenge Armor King in this stance, but now the last hit is a little bit less rewarding for Armor King, and so it's only a guaranteed follow-up on the ground. So good change, do more of these. Increase the both characters' recovery time on block by 1 frame, so the interaction on block is a little bit faster. So basically, guys, these are all the Armor King changes. Are they enough to fix the character? No. I would explain why very shortly. I think he deserves a little bit of oppression nerfs and a little bit of hit nerfs. Maybe a little bit also wall carry nerfs. And also a little bit of nerfs on his lows, especially. For example, Sidestep 2. Sidestep 2, I think, is one of the best lows, probably one of the best lows the best low in Armor King's tool set. He never had such a good tool. Probably also one of the best lows in the game, honestly. It's super fast, and it's only minus 12 on block. It deals a lot of chunk of damage. It has a counter hit property as well, 20 damage into plus 6. So it's a very good low poke, and it's only again minus 12. So how could we balance this move? I personally will make the low minus 13 on block instead of minus 12. And maybe also nerf a little bit of the... Maybe remove the counter hit property, because the move right now is... I think it's as a low, it's too good. Especially for a character like Armor King, the move is too good. Okay? So I would like for this to be a little bit tuned down, because this move right now, a lot of Armor King players really spam this low, because it almost has zero drawbacks, zero risks, because it's very safe and it has a lot of reward. So tuning down a little bit the risk balance, the balance of risk reward could be useful for this low. Also, of course, one of the most controversial lows that now Armor King has is probably 4 neutral 2. Again, I really dislike the fact that this low goes in stance. Honestly, I would prefer the low having no, being like King's one. No stance mix up and only a low with a counter hit property. Not only that, but I will make Armor King and King's version both minus 14 on block instead of minus 13. These lows are too strong right now, especially both of them, King and Armor Kings, because they are way faster of their, especially King's one, way faster than their Tekken 7 counterpart. Have a lot of, I think they also have some high crush properties. They come out very fast, and also in Armor King's case, he also conditions you into a stance mix-up on hit, by the way. The stance mix-up is a lot to deal with. He has a very good low. By the way, this low should be nerfed, I think, a little bit. The low from stance as well should go from 23 damage to maybe 20 or even a little bit less, because right now this low is too much damage in this mix-up. Because also he has a lot of throws to mix you up with in this mix-up. He has a mid wall splat, confirmable, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, confirmable. He has a high with multiple string extensions as well. This mix-up is very not fun, I think, to play against, especially after hitting a low that, by the way, deals a lot of damage into pressure. So honestly, I would make it minus 14 if he really has to say it like this, or I will just remove the stance mix-up. Really, I will just remove this fucking stance lock mix-up and make it like it was in Tekken 7. Maybe even, I'm not saying probably I wouldn't like launch, but maybe like King, you know, like King that does a counter with animation and that's all really with some Oki. And again, both lows, both King and Armor King's one should be minus 14 on block if you ask me. Also, for example, also the fact that these wall splats, I don't like, and also wall breaks in some stages, by the way, or like, I don't know, it deals some stage hazards stuff in some stages. This wall splatting and also getting a wall combo out of this, I think it's a little bit too much for the throw. I think it's as useful as it is right now. And also, speaking again of grapplers, still Armor King and King, I think that they shouldn't have homing throws, really. In it, they have homing throws, like the homing giant swing, or like, you know, whatever. Even the running throw, of course, is homing in it. All of this stuff should go, or if really it needs to stay, at least they should lose some hit when they do this kind of stuff. I told the same in the King video. Like, you do a homing giant swing, you lose some hit trying to do the fucking homing attack. Not only they don't lose any heat for trying a homing throw, but they also gain heat back if the throw hits. So amazing. All the reward for almost zero risk, because you know you throw out a fucking 10 frame with the buffer, of course, 10 frame throw that is also homing. What is the drawback in this? Zero drawbacks. So of course I would like characters to be a little bit tuned down. Speaking, for example, also of Armor King's heat, I think, for example, the down back to 1 should have more counterplay. Right now, basically, if you don't have a parry, this string has zero counterplay, basically. You cannot step, you cannot power crush, you cannot do shit about this. Again, the only counterplay to this is parry, but not every character has a parry, so... a punch parry especially. So I think this string should be a little bit severely nerfed in some aspects. Or, for example, you could also nerf the frames, because right now this is a mid 14 frame mid string that is +3 on block. It's the same bullshit with Jin and the other characters like this. Why do characters have these fucking mid strings that are plus on block very fast? Why do they need this stuff, really? Also with Jin, with this fucking new down forward 2, Jin's down forward 2 on block right now, down forward 2 1+2 has zero counterplay on block, zero. You cannot do shit. It's basically jails. At least with Armor King's 1 you can at least try to parry, at least. But honestly I would like more counterplay, because this string basically now, especially against some characters, is thrown out for free because there's nothing you can do. And I don't like this kind of design, really, because this string ward splats, is 14 frames you can throw out, and I don't know, I don't like this kind of gameplay. So there are definitely some changes to make on Armor King, guys, definitely. And these changes that they did in Season 3 are simply not it. These are not nerfs. Try removing 1 damage from a move. What difference does it make? Nothing. These balances are insignificant. Okay. So yeah, I wish they could do a better job with all of these characters, especially again Armor King. For example, also Yashi didn't get nerfed a lot. Like, honestly, we need more of these, really. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Armor King, and let me know if you agree with my changes that I proposed today. And see you guys very soon again. Take care. Love you. Bye.